Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday morning and I'm very angry with Power School this morning because it has been down since yesterday and I can't get into it, which means I can't print anything for our reading curriculum, which means I actually have to pull out the books and make copies, which stinks. My boyfriend had to drive me to work this morning because my car left on a tow truck over the weekend, so I'm a little later than usual, like 25 minutes later than usual, and I'm just sitting down to eat breakfast. So I really don't have the time to talk this morning, but I just want to check in with you guys, and I will check in with you once I send my kids to specials, because at that time I will hopefully have everything printed and ready to go. And I'm so grateful on mornings like this that my kids have specials first thing in the morning.
Hey you guys, so today was a really great day. We kind of hit the academics a little bit harder today, and it was just nice to jump into it. In math, we went over place value, and then I gave them a small assessment that kind of just shows me where they are with each standard. So it just had like the general standards like numbers and operations and geometry and all of those things. So that was
good, and I have to look those over tonight because tomorrow we are starting with multiplication. So I just want to know like who my strugglers may be and all of that stuff. In reading, we started small group work today. I'm not doing daily 5, if I may be completely honest. I'm not a huge fan of daily 5. I'm doing a modified daily 5. So it's like a daily 3, maybe a daily 4. But it includes word work, teacher table, and read to self. So read to self, it may be I have them read a book, or it may be working on their small group book, or their leveled readers, and doing work associated with that. So it's just going to change, and eventually I will include their iPads, but they are not quite there yet. So there's that. They were pretty well behaved today. I do have 2 chatty ones, but I didn't get to vlog earlier because I ended up having an IEP meeting and all of that good stuff. So I have to pack up. My boyfriend had to drive me to work today because my car was towed over the weekend, so I get the brakes done, and it is ready. So he's going to take me to pick it up. I just paid for it, so it should be ready. But yeah, so overall it was a really great day. I have a lot of work to do, and I decided that instead of having my kids take notes in math, I'm going to provide them with like half sheet notes to tape into their notebook or to glue into their notebook. That way I can just save a lot of time, and I'd rather them have the correct information that I want them to have instead of fighting with them to pay attention and take notes. So we're going to try that. We're going to see how it works. But tomorrow I'm hitting the ground running with their multiplication, so I really need to get those assessments graded and kind of see where they are. But I need to get packed up. I have 2 minutes until I can leave because our contract ends at 3:20. So I'm going to get packed up and get out of here, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. It is Tuesday, and I did not vlog with you first thing this morning. I kind of came to school. I actually got here at like 6:50 and just hit the ground running with getting some things done, and now my kids are specials, so I'm finally catching my breath. But I just really wanted to come in and laminate things. We're doing our Fast Bridge assessment, which is our benchmarks and norm math and reading assessments. So I just wanted to come in and get those things prepped and ready to go. And I made vocabulary cards for our for our math curriculum that we're going over. So I just wanted to get these made and prepped to hang on the board, and that way we can talk about them and they're up there for when we're learning about it. And then I printed off I can statements for math for our entire year, and I ran off some bookmarks that I had created over the summer, and I started to cut those out, and I was like, I am not doing this, so I will give them to some sweet souls that finish early. But things started first thing this morning. Some of the girls on the bus were talking about feminine hygiene, and it really was just freaking the 4th graders out. So after snack, I am sending my boys to the library with my ed tech while I talk to the girls and let them know that there is a time and a place. If you are making others uncomfortable, you need to stop. And I'm going to let them know that I will be having a bag or something that in the event that they need any products, this is where they can find it. They don't have to ask. They can just take it, go, bring it back, put it back where it goes. So I'm going to get some of that done today, but I'm gonna go get a snack. I need to laminate some things and all that good stuff. So I will check in with you guys at some point. Hey there, you guys. So I did not vlog after school. Oops, sorry, I did not vlog after school ended. Like, I chatted with some coworkers after work, and then I just came home. I had some stuff that I really wanted to get done that I could do at home, and I really try, whatever has to get done during school, I get it done during my prep time, because I have 30 to 40 minutes depending on the day when my kids go to specials, and then I have an hour for lunch. So honestly, there is zero excuse as to why I should be bringing home work that can get done at school. But as far as things that don't have to get done at school, or they just don't have to get done right away, I do bring it home. And for example, my goodness, sorry, my phone is blowing up. I brought home, we use investigations for math, so I brought home our Unit 1 book, and I created notes for, hold on, good grief, I created notes for my kids. I've noticed when I did my student teaching, none of the teachers gave their students notes. Like, they would put things on the board, but unless it went on an anchor chart, there was nothing for them to refer to. And for me personally, with math especially, I need something to refer to. I need an example to keep going back to in order to master the skill. And I'm curious if some of my students are the same way. So in an effort to kind of be proactive with that, I created notes, and basically is I just print two to a sheet, so I cut it in half, and then they glue them in their math notebook. And I'm keeping a math notebook, that way I can also keep track of everything that I've given them to go in there and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna kind of show you just quickly what I did, and I'm hoping it'll work this year. But we'll see. I'm gonna get some student feedback and see if they like it. I gave them place value charts, which I'm also gonna show you in a second. I gave them place value charts, and they love it. They keep saying, you know, they remind each other to refer back to the place value charts. Like, I hear them saying, before you ask Miss Moro, did you check the place value chart? Or if I let them work in partners, I'll hear, wait, where's the place value chart? Go get your notebook. So it's just, they're already becoming conditioned, and I want them to keep doing that. I want them to work through something themselves before coming to me. And I feel like if I give them the resources to do that, they're just gonna really build those problem solving skills. So I'm gonna turn this around and show you what I made. First things first, sorry, I was trying to get that around my wrist. So like I said, it's just 2 to a sheet. So I'm just gonna kind of focus up here, but I put all of their vocabulary that they're going to need up here. And then over here, I put examples. So we're really working and focusing on arrays with this session. So I just put that an array, what an array is, what an unmarked array is, and then I put an example of an array, an unmarked array, and then it talks about their multiplication combination and all of those things, and then it talks about multiples and factors, and I put a factor rainbow down here just to help them. I don't think they've learned this, but this is something that I am going to teach them. That way they can always say, oh, the factor rainbow is what the factors are, and then the factors are down there at the bottom of the rainbow. And then I just put multiples over here and what the multiples of 18 are, and then the factors of 18. And I chose 18 since I did 18 here and here. So that is going to get cut in half, which I probably should have left a little more room there for cutting. But anyway, this is gonna get cut in half and then glued into their math notebook. And this is the example that I am keeping. So earlier this week, I gave them these place value charts. I think I got this off TPT. If I did, I will link this down in the description below. But I gave them 2 copies of a place value chart. I gave them one with an example, and then I gave them a blank one. And also with this, I'm going to eventually put one of these or a couple of these in dry erase sleeves. That way they can fill this in if needed. That way they can get any help. They can get, you know, help if, oh no, sorry, my dog's throwing a ton of spot on me. That way they can refer to this, and then they can fill it in the dry erase sleeve, and they can kind of just work through it themselves. So once I make some copies, I will glue this in my notebook. And like I said, I'm keeping track of them. That way I know what I have given them and all of that good stuff. But I'm really hoping it'll work. The place value chart being in there has really helped. So I don't see why it wouldn't work, but we'll see. And it's going to be a lot of work this year because I have to sit here and create all of the notes. But next year, I just have to make copies and put them out on the desks because I am saving everything that I do this year. I have a filing cabinet broken up into top drawers for a reading curriculum. He's giving me a tennis ball. My top drawer is my reading curriculum. My second drawer is math curriculum. Third drawer is student data, and then the next drawer down is like thematic type things. So like I have, you know, back to school, and it's just a bunch of my back to school activities. And as I get closer to Christmas, I'll probably do holidays around the world, and that'll go in its own thing. So anything that doesn't fit into, you know, Reading Street, Unit 1, Week 1, or Investigation 1, Session 1.1, whatever doesn't fit into those will go, I'm so sorry. Whatever doesn't fit into those will go in its own thing. So it is a lot of work this year, but next year it'll just be so much easier, and I can just tweak things that didn't work this year and then put them away so that they work next year, or next year I can just make a note of like, hey, this didn't really work that well last year, let's try it this way this year. So it is a lot of work right now, and I am tired. I hardly ever do my hair. I don't sleep as much as I should be, but I am hoping that next year it's just that much easier because I'm just putting in all of the effort and energy this year. Good morning, you guys. It is Thursday, and I am currently running around like a headless chicken. I'm gonna set you down for 2 seconds. Tonight was open house, and I realized I have nothing to display as far as student work goes. So I am currently getting everything set up. Thankfully I have a little while after school, so I'm having them do a prompt, and I'm sitting here setting up like a model for it. And sorry, my hair is driving me crazy today. So what I'm doing is we are doing the best part of me. I did this little paper that they will fill in what they feel the best part of them is, and then I'm going to take a picture of them. So for me, I'm going to do my smile or whatever, and then I'm going to cut it out and then glue it up here, and then they can write down here. I am going to work on that. I am sitting here eating my breakfast. I did not vlog yesterday, I'm sorry about that, but I ended up having a meeting with admin over just some concerns between a couple of students and all of that good stuff. So I have about 20 minutes before I have to go get my kids outside, so I need to get started on this. Tonight is open house, and after school I will show you what I plan to do for open house. Hey there, you guys. So I took my kids to specials, and I'm currently just trying to get things situated. Hi, no, you're... So my principal just walked in the middle of me vlogging. Super. So I'm just trying to get things situated. Like my small group table really just becomes such a disaster throughout the day. So I'm just trying to get it straightened up because I can't work in messes. So today before open house, I'm gonna get all of this cleaned up. This goes over here. I'm going to get all of this straightened up. I ended up, we got a recycling bin because my kids are really pushing me to recycle, and I moved over. I finally took home those totes that I was supposed to take home like a month ago that were over here. So I moved our iPad cart over and take that box home. I got our class constitution up there yesterday after school, and that's kind of my cart that just goes wherever. I need to create like headings for these 3 different things, and I also need to cut out laminated stuff that I have over there. But in the meantime, this is just how it's going to work. So it is getting there. We're doing pieces today that'll go up there. But, oh, I don't know if I showed you guys, I got these super cute lights, which I don't normally have the lights on in the classroom. But I bought these LEDs. And it's just a fun little touch, I thought. Just makes it a little more exciting and interesting in here. So, like I said, tonight is open house. I have this shirt that I bought at Nordstrom Rack, and then these pants, which are just black skinny jeans. They're not skinny jeans, but skinny like work pants. These are from Macy's. And then black booties from Lucky. I have my Alex and Annie bracelets, and then I also have some black diamond studs in today. These are from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philadelphia. I got them when I used to live in Philly, and I just thought they just added a nice little touch. So I am going, and I also have my lanyard. But yeah, so I'm going to sit here and try to get some stuff done. I have a couple things to grade, but overall it's just an easy day. We are starting, oh, I need my math book. Oh, they have guidance today. I need to check with the guidance counselor, make sure that we are definitely 100% doing guidance today. So I'm gonna run down, check with her, and then I will check in with you guys at lunch. Hey guys, I am currently sitting here waiting for open house. It starts in about 45 minutes. Our school is providing, actually it's a whole district, they do provide dinner for teachers, they order pizza, so I'm waiting for that. It should be here in about a half hour, and I am just relaxing until then. Well, actually I'm not relaxing. I am working on our professional goal setting and just kind of chilling out. I started to cut some things here, but it's just taking way too long. There's no way that I can get it up all cut out, laminated, and up above the board up there before open house starts. So I decided that I'm just going to knock out my professional goal paperwork because it is due tomorrow, and that way I don't have to worry about that, and then the poster little quote thing can go up at some other time. Really wishing I had a Cricut because it would make it so much easier than sitting here cutting out each one by hand. But honestly, like, I'll quickly show you. I normally, this would drive me crazy, but it's gonna be so high up no one's gonna see it. In order to get the middle of the letter out, I'm just cutting one side, and oh no, like I said, like, you're not even gonna see that, so you can't even tell it was cut. So that's how I'm doing it. And I'm doing the word pride. P is for perseverance, R is for respect, I is for integrity, D for discipline, and E for enthusiasm. So I'm gonna get that up, but it can just go up whenever. It doesn't need to be up for open house. I did clean the room for open house though. And this is currently what my room looks like. And I left the thing from our board up. But this is my view each day. And normally these two chairs aren't here, but my corner of my rug is starting to lift up right there. So the chair is not only acting as a safety precaution, but also it got them away from over there because that's where they were stacked for like the longest time. So there's that. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. So for open house, I just created a light kind of watercolory sign-in sheet, and in hopes of taking the pressure off me for doing all of the talking and stuff, I'm also doing a open house scavenger hunt. So it's just going to have the students take their parents around, and it just asks them to take them to our small group table, our classroom library, our SOP board, our job bank, our student supply center, our cubby, our iPad carts, each of their specials rooms, and then back here. And if the parent initials that they've completed all of these, they get to choose a Dum Dum or a Jolly Rancher. So just something super simple that I don't have to do all of the talking the entire time because I talk all day. I don't want to have to talk anymore. Good morning. It is Friday and I am at school and I'm super happy to be here. I'm excited because it's Friday. No, but I really do love my kids. So I am just sitting here. I don't have too much planned for today. We're just gonna kind of wing it. We had open house last night. I'm so tired. So I am sitting here lesson planning and enjoying my coffee and trying to figure out Google Classroom because I don't think my kids can get into it. And I'm gonna have to talk to our tech integrator and find out how I can get them into it using their school ID, because 4th grade can get into it, but the way that my kids are supposed to, it's not working. So I'm nixing that idea for the day. I'm just moving on, doing something else. I have one kid out today. He had bumped heads with another child in gym yesterday, and unfortunately he got a concussion. So I'm gonna have my kids doing during our intervention time, because we don't have anything to make up. They're going to, oh sorry, my lights just turned off. Hold on. Clearly I've been sitting for a while. There we go. So I'm going to have them make get wall cards, and I'm going to send them home with his little sister because he is very, very upset that he won't be here today. Apparently he loves school this year, which makes me super happy, but I tried to tell him yesterday at open house that his health is far more important than anything we're going to do today. So I know that he was very upset, so we're just going to send home some get well cards. That way he knows we were thinking of him and he was here in spirit. They have a math assessment I use that Math Moves. It's a spiral type thing, so we're going to do an assessment with that today. And then in writing, I'm going to give them a creative writing prompt, and the one I'm leaning towards, I know they're going to get very goofy about it, but I'm leaning towards using, hold on, I gotta make the screen bigger. I've always wanted to be a cow until it happened, so I think I'm gonna have them do a writing piece on what happens if they become a cow. So there's that. And then, like I said, during intervention, which is right before lunch, they're going to do good grief, the get well cards, which I know isn't really, but it's Friday, you guys. And then when they come back, we have to do our reading unit. We fell a little behind with that because we've just had a lot of interruptions this week in class. And then we have social studies. I think we're going to finish up with the Constitution, and then, excuse me, and then I think I'm going to take them outside for like the last 10 minutes of the day because it's beautiful out. It's actually a little chilly, which is why I'm wearing long sleeves. But speaking of this shirt, I love it. So I love this shirt. It is the outline of the state of Maine, and it says teacher in it. I also have it with the outline of Alaska instead of Maine from when I taught there. It is from Lauren over at Teaching is a Royal Adventure, so I will try to link it down in the description below. I'm not the best at following through with that, but I'm trying to get better. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee and try to get ready for the day. I am mentally prepared for the day. Academically, not so much. Like, I definitely slacked. I didn't even take my laptop home last night after open house because our open house was open until 6, and then I left and I went home. And let me tell you this, my boyfriend truly is the best. And I actually have a picture of the note. So he texted me yesterday on my way home and said, there's a note on your table, make sure you read it. And I was like, okay, like that's just a little weird. But I knew he had been there to let my dogs out. So I came home to a note that says, I'm actually gonna turn this around and show you, but I know you had a long day. Dogs went out at 11 and 4:45. There's chowder in the fridge and crackers on the counter. Have fun watching HGTV. It's channel 55. Love you. P.S. Chowder sucks, but I tried. I know that probably doesn't seem like much, but we installed cable in my house 6 days ago and it hasn't worked since. And normally that would probably bother me, but I haven't watched TV in 6 years because I haven't had cable in 6 years. So I literally came home last night and I stood in my kitchen and cried because I was just blown away by, like, I don't deserve him, you guys. I really don't. But never find yourself a Brandon. That's all I'm going to say is find yourself a Brandon because he's truly one of a kind and his grace and love just never ceases to amaze me. But I need to go charge my camera again, and I will check in with you guys when my kids go to specials or lunch or sometime today. Hey you guys, so I sent my kids to art about a half hour ago, so I have to go get them in about 10 minutes, but I feel good today. I just got word that I'm now on our district's tech committee as well as the report card committee. I'm gonna go close my door. So our report card committee, they rewrote our report cards for last year. When I was student teaching, I was lucky enough to sit in on some of those meetings, so it made our report cards a lot easier for me to understand and know what I'm coming into this year with the district as a full-time teacher here. So that happened, and this year we are creating the rubrics for those report cards because we grade on a 1 through 4 grade instead of like A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, F. We do 1 through 4. So, or 4 through 1, 4 being like equivalent of an A. So yeah, that's exciting. Thankfully, report card committee only meets, I think, after each trimester, or the first meeting's after the first trimester ends. And then the tech committee that I'm on, they meet every other month. So it's funny because I was just telling my parents that I'm on that. I'm also co-leading student council. So like, I just feel like for the first time in a long time, not in a long time, but when I taught in Alaska, due to the lack of resources, I just always felt like I was surviving and not thriving. And this year I'm taking on more, but because I have access to amazing resources with this district, I feel like I'm thriving and not just surviving, which is an amazing feeling. And I always knew that teaching was what I wanted to do. And even in Alaska, without the resources that I have currently, it forced me to be a better teacher. And I always knew this is what I wanted to do. I did what was best for my kids with what I had, but it's just amazing how much more I can do with the resources that are being provided to me. And I'm just so thankful for that. And I just feel so much more confident with the fact that, like I said, I'm now thriving and I'm not just surviving. So yeah, I feel good about this year, and I'm taking more on, and I'm technically not a first year teacher, but this is my first full year of teaching. So like me actually starting the year, I'm meeting all my deadlines. All of my kids' fall assessments are already done, and it's only the 3rd week of school, where today is the end of the 3rd week of school, and it's not even 3 full weeks. We've had 2 4-day weeks, and this was the first full week. So I just feel great. But telling you about student council reminded me that I need to go talk to the other co-leader and see if she heard back from an email that we had sent out to another school to see what they do for student council. So I'm gonna go find her, pick up my kids from specials, and then we have a math assessment. And I'm thinking of letting them use a cheat sheet that I had them glue in their notebook, because they are just getting started with decimals and all that good stuff. So I may let them refer to that. We'll see. I think I am. I want them to learn it, but they literally just saw it for the first time this week, and I would rather them not shut down when seeing it. I'd rather them be able to work through it using the cheat sheet I got, or that I gave them. So I'm gonna go get that. I have 1 set of copies to make for today, and then yeah, I will check in with you at lunch or recess, I think. Hey there, you guys. So I'm home, and I told you that I was gonna vlog later in the day, and I did not, because my IT person was in my classroom. My dog's going crazy. Cam, sorry, Maddie girl. My IT, uh-oh, hold on. Hi, mama. Hi, baby girl. Hi. My IT person was in my classroom. My 4th grade teacher, which is like becoming my teacher bestie very quickly. Okay, hold on, my dog's running off. Come here. Good boy. I love having labs because they listen. So anyway, I didn't vlog because I had our IT person in my classroom installing our printer, because our school is really small. Like, there are only 6 classroom teachers, including myself, for a K-5 school. So it's tiny, like tiny school, and we don't have to walk far if we print things, but now I just have to walk like 5 feet away, and I have a printer in my room, and they put it there for myself and 4th grade, so I'm wicked excited, y'all. So anyway, today was a really good day. It went very well. I had 2 kids absent to start the day, and then a 3rd went home around 9:45. So I only had 12 kids today, which is just mind-blowing. And I don't want to say that one of the students that's out today is a behavior issue, because he's really not. Like, he really is a good kid. He's kind and he's respectful, but he's one of those kids that does not realize that he's as loud as he is. And so I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not that he can't whisper, it's just reading one-on-one when I was doing like baseline testing, like he talks like this all the time. Like, it's just constant, and he doesn't mean to. I think it's just the way that his voice works. I don't know, but it's not like it's a rude or disrespectful thing, or he's not following directions. It's just him. But we did that. We worked outside today. We have a really great garden center. We call it our garden beds. Every grade has a garden bed, and I found out that we were growing pumpkins, tomatoes, and I think they said lettuce or cabbage or something that's in there. So we did that. We worked out there. We have stumps that like kind of circle around. So yeah, we worked out there, and the kids loved it. They were so stinking happy, and it made me happy to see them happy, and they worked. I mean, they worked today. And then we ended the day with about 10 minutes of free choice in the classroom, and then 10 minutes of free choice, well obviously free choice, but 10 minutes of free time outside on the playground. So it was a really good time, and it was just a great day. It was a great way to end the week. Unfortunately, excuse me, unfortunately, actually it was during lunch, I felt that cold come on, just that congested head cold feeling, and it is progressively getting worse. Within a matter of minutes, my glands are swollen in here. About 5 minutes after that, the nose became like a faucet, and then about 20 minutes after that, the sore throat came, and it's just getting progressively worse. But I made it 3 weeks into the school year without getting sick, so I will take it. I'm not really going to complain all that much, but so I'm tired, and now I'm getting sick, so I just feel even more run down. So you know the drill. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps me out, and I will be sure to catch you guys in the next one.